So if you're a recruiter, you're really going to resonate with what I'm about to say. You guys have been promised the world by these VC-funded AI tools promising to change the whole landscape of recruiting. But oftentimes, these tools just never quite live up to the expectations. Now, the issue isn't AI itself. The issue is oftentimes you need to be using AI reliably, ensuring you're getting a reliable output in a consistent basis. For most teams, all AI does is add more complexity, but how do we use AI and use automation in a way that it can actually help our sales process? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how exactly I've been doing that for other recruiting firms, and you'll be able to walk away with a lot more clarity in how you can use these AI tools and automation to actually drive results in your business. So let's get into it. So let me dive straight in. It'll be a little bit technical, but I hope there's value here. So ultimately, everybody wants a more efficient and reliable way to extract and research insights into your target accounts. We all want that. An LLM isn't always the best approach to take to do that, especially when it comes to reliability. An LLM call, if we're talking technically, if from a technical aspect, is actually the most risky part of your workflow because there's no certainty on your output. And I want you to get this one thing. LLM outputs are probabilistic, they're not deterministic. It all works on probability. Like it's not like code where this happens or that happens. It's all probabilistic. So as a result of that, it's very, very risky. And a lot of the time, you probably don't need it as much as you think you do. Whereas people are trying to shout down the mountains that you do need to be using AI all the time. Okay, so here's why this matters when it comes to go-to-market and sales. Sales is fundamentally about trust. Every interaction either builds or erodes trust. So these huge workflows can lead to data inconsistencies without you even knowing where the issue began, and can lead to issues downstream that you're unsure about, and can lead to issues when it comes to engaging potential clients. And let's talk about tangible ways though that you can actually go about improving your go-to-market automations. A few things that I always opt for. A lot of the times you want to be using an API. You don't need to use LLMs to scrape everything. Yes, it's cheaper to scrape the web to find the LinkedIn information, but you need to ask yourself, are you optimizing for reliability or cost efficiency? And that's a genuine question, because for you, it might be cost efficiency. And if that's the case, you want to be scraping quite often because it's very, very cheap. But oftentimes having an API like ICPs, as you can see here, I'm passing in my LinkedIn URL and it's very structured, giving me the information. This does work sometimes with a large language model. However, I've been doing this for like 2 years now. There's issues often. And one slight issue with work experience can really throw off your downstream workflows because you could be saying the wrong things in your messaging or segmenting the wrong audience. A lot of the time, having like an API like Lead Magic, ICPs is what you want to be using here. Now, another thing, a more tangible thing, because yes, LLMs are important. I use them all the time. So how do we make sure we use them the right way? Well, you want to make everything modular over monolithic. Each module should do one thing well. So when it fails, you know exactly why. So instead of saying building an agent that will crawl a company page, it will extract the mission statement, the target ICP, and then find the CEO and write an email. You want to break these all into individual steps so you know when something breaks, what to fix. So an example, first normalize or first extract the target ICP of this account, then retrieve their mission statement, then normalize the first name, then, find a CEO, then take all of this and compel a personalized outreach message. Instead of trying to do everything in one huge agent, the output's going to be horrendous. I'm saying this from experience. So what's the takeaway here? Like, what are a few things you can walk off with to keep top of mind? First things first, sometimes a simple API call or code, which is a formula in Clay, will suffice. That's all you need. If you're trying to match a company and you're trying to find the best case studies for this company, instead of using AI to sort of pick, you can just use keywords. You can just filter by industry, because an LLM is always going to give you a different answer. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's So you need to ask yourself, a lot of the time code will suffice. Secondly, if an LLM is necessary, you want to break down the jobs to be done and put those into individual prompts. So I just shared it here. The jobs to be done is extracting the ICP, normalizing the first name, retrieving the company mission, just turn that into individual prompts. It helps with the improving output, and also it's easy to debug. And thirdly, it allows you to use cheaper models and still do the job well. So while GPT-5 can do this okay, in fact, it really can't, but it can do it all right. You can use GPT-4o mini, like the cheapest model, while breaking things into individual steps. And when they come together, it will be better than just using GPT-5. So you're getting reduction in cost and you're getting improved performance. No brainer. Thirdly, which I don't see many people talking about, is if reliability is everything to your company, then to further improve reliability, you want to consider adding an additional LLM call to review the output of the prior. So you've retrieved this company's information and their mission statement. You might want to have another agent or another LLM call that says, hey, I've just pulled from this company to do this. Here's the output. All I want you to do is go through and score how accurate this was, and if any feedback you may need. Then, and here's a great diagram, which is actually from this blog, which is by the Claude team, where they literally told you, here's how to build highly effective agents. They released it ages ago, but I reread it all the time. So then after the second LLM will say, yeah, this is good, but maybe I'd change this, and it would give a score of below X. If score is below X, you want to re-trigger that LLM with the feedback of the last thing. That makes sense. Maybe I'll do a video where I actually show how this would look on NAN, for example, but that's a great way to further improve the reliability of your go-to-market automation. So yeah, very, very brief video, but I hope this helps because I see way too much of a fixation on AI and LLMs, which is great, but it's probabilistic. And when it comes to sales, we want to be deterministic. So how do we get the value of AI while still making sure that our outputs is deterministic and reliable? Hope this helps.